I have been working my way through the Code of Hammurabi from the Akkadian, looking at grammar inductively. And basically, the last time I stopped, it was on part two, following Borger's outline, and it would be line 1 of part 2. We're working our way slowly through the prologue. We've done the epilogue, and if anyone would be interested, and now we're working on the prologue. I would like to just read the prologue as it's been translated by me in the ancient, actually in the Anet, the ancient Near Eastern text. And the prologue in that translation, his translation, reads as follows. And then I'll just quickly talk through it and bring us up to where we are. When lofty Anum, king of the Ananuki, and Enlil, lord of heaven and earth, the determiner of the destinies of the land, determined for Marduk, the firstborn of Enki, the Enlil functions over all mankind, made him great among the Igigi, called Babylon by its exalted name, made it supreme in the world, established for him in the midst an enduring kingship, whose foundations excuse me, are as firm as heaven and earth. At that time, Anum and Enlil named me to promote the welfare of the people, me, Hammurabi, the devout, God-fearing prince, to cause justice to prevail in the land, to destroy the wicked and the evil, that the strong might not oppress the weak, to rise like the sun over the black-headed people and to light up the land. Hammurabi, the shepherd, called by Enlil am I, the one who makes affluence and plenty abound, who provides an abundance of all sorts of things, Nippur and Duranki, the devout patron of Ikur, the efficient king who restored Eridu to its place. And I had already worked through that, looking at mostly each word grammatically, and just a review before I get in to where we stop. Anu anam sirin shar ananaki dinger enlil bel shamei u ersetim sha'im shimat matim. And that would simply read in a very literal translations, when Anu, the king of the Ananuki, and Enlil, the lord of heaven and earth, the one who determines the fates of the land. Then it goes on, Ana Dinger Marduk, Marim Shaiya Elilu Kishat. That is, for Marduk, the son, the firstborn son of Ea, the Enlil functions over the totality of mankind, is Shemushum. He established for him, that is for Marduk. In Igigi, among the gods, Ushar bi Ushu, Babilam, Shumshu, in Kibratim Ushaterushu. That is, he established among the Igigi, and then he made him great, magnified him, or he magnified him, that is, with reference to Babylon, by its name in the world. He caused it to be great. Ushar terushu. Inalibishu sharutam sha kima shame u etsetim. That is, in the midst of the, or the heart of the midst, a kingdom, a perpetual kingdom, which is as heaven and earth. Ishdasha Shurshuda, its foundations firmly established, Ukinushum, that is, he established for him. Inumishu, in those days, Hammurabi Rabam na Adam, that is, the great prince, Palich Ili, the one who fears the gods, Misharam Inamatim Ana Shupim, that is, the one who fears the God or reveres the gods, justice in the land, for to make visible Ragam u Senam Ana Hulikim, that is, to make visible that the wicked and the evil to destroy. And then, as we continue, Danum in Sham Ana la Chabalim, that is, the strong, not to do wrong or to oppress the weak. Kima Anat Salmat Kakadim, that is, as Shamish to the black heads, caused to go forth, Watsim Matim Nuwarim, that is, caused to go forth or to arise in the land, to illuminate or to make bright, Nuwarim, Anum and Enlil, Anashir Nishi, that is, Anum and Enlil, for the welfare of the people, to beam, to make good my name, he says, Shumi. Hammurabi, Reum, Hammurabi the shepherd, Nibit, Dinger Enlil, nominated by Enlil, Anaku, Mukamer, I, to actually accumulate, Mukamir, Nukshim, plenty or abundance, Utukdim, and again, plenty, Mu Shak Lil, to bring to full or to bring it to completion. Mima Shumshu Ana Nippur Duranki, that is, all that belongs to Nippur Duranki, literally the bond of heaven and earth, which was the Sumerian name of Nippur, the cult center of Enlil, whose temple was Ekur. Zanenum, the provisioner, Na Adum, the attentive provisioner, Shah Ekur of Ekur. Sharum, the king, Leum, the competent king, Muter, who restores, Uru Erida, the city of Ia, is what that would be, Ana Ashishu, to its place. And that's where we stopped last time. And the other videos that we have put up are now already out on YouTube. So now we're picking up actually on part 2, which would be beginning at line 1. I'm following Burger's outline on that. So we begin in line 66. And if you have a if you have a, let's say, a normalization or a transliteration of the prologue, you could follow me. I have been a while since I've been into this, and so I thought, well, I'll try to get some of it up. I'm just gradually working my way through. I think on some of the other videos, I shared my background. I did my Akkadian at Dropsy and NYU, New York University, and my PhD was in Hebrew and ancient Near Eastern languages. So I'm retired, and I'm just trying to keep it alive in my own mind. So I decided to work through the grammar inductively. I enjoy the inductive approach. So at any rate, we're on line 1, where he is the patron of Ikor, the efficient king who restored Eridu to its place. Then we pick up who purified the cult of Iapsu. Now it's interesting. The Akkadian reads Mubib, the one who purifies, and it's interesting. This is a D participle from the root abebu, to purify. A D masculine D participle, masculine singular. So the one who purified by purification right, shuluch, a purification right, absu, which is a temple. So he purified the house of Apsu, and then Tiyiv. This is from the root tebu. It's a G participle from the root tebu, the one who goes to the kibrat erbeti, to the 4 edges of the world. Kibrat is a feminine, a plural noun to the 4 to the 4 edges of the world, or to the edges, I should say, of the world, the 4. And then Musharbi, Musharbi, the one who Meek translates it, the one who strides through the 4 quarters of the world. So Kibrat Erbeti would be the 4 edges of the world, and Tiyib means to go. And I've understood this as a G participle from tebu, to go. And then we move on, Musharbi Babylon, who makes the name great of Babylon. Notice Musharbi is a Sheen participle from Rabun, which means to make, to be great. And so this is causative. The one who makes great, Zikru means name. The name, it's a noun, meaning simply name. The one who makes great. The name, Babilim, or Kadingera, which is the Akkadian, the Sumerian for Babylon. So the one who makes the name of Babylon great. So again, he's bragging about what he's done, Hammurabi. And then we move on to line 7. And notice it reads, the one who rejoices the heart of Marduk, his Lord. So Muti'i is from the root tiabu. It is a D participle, masculine singular, from tiabu, to satisfy. So the one who satisfies, we could translate it, the heart of Marduk. And notice that the U prefix indicates a participial form, and this is the D participle masculine singular. So the one who satisfies libi belishu, that is the heart of his Lord. And notice libi is a genitive from libu, meaning heart. In my mind, thinking of Hebrew, lev, meaning heart. So the one who satisfies the heart, belishu would be of his Lord. Belishu, belum means Lord, and shu is your pronominal suffix, third masculine singular. Sha umishu, who his days, literally. So the one who satisfies the heart of Marduk, his Lord, and who his days stands before Isagila. Notice here, Meek rendered it, the one who throughout his lifetime stands responsible for Esagila. Shah is your relative pronoun who. Umishu would be who of his days. Again, Imishu is from Imu, meaning days, who his days, and shu is your pronominal suffix, izizu, serves or stands. Here we have I'm understanding this as a G present, to stand before. So the one who stands for Esagila. Ana is your preposition for Esagila. So the one who stands for Esagila, then Zer New moon is the Sumerian for descendant, and Zer means descendant. So the descendant or the seed, sharutim, of kingship or of royalty. So the descendant, here we have a noun in construct with the genitive sharutim, meaning royalty or kingship. So the descendant of royalty, Sha sin, that is whom sin. And notice here, whom sin begot, Ibnushu. Sha is your relative pronoun. Sin is the moon god, and the Sumerian would be Su-in, Z-U-E-N. So whom sin begot, Ibni Ushu. And here we have the root Banu. And, I'm thinking of the Hebrew, actually Ben, interesting, but whom, here we have a subjunctive, a G subjunctive, followed by the pronominal suffix in the shu. So whom sin begot, and then the one who granted health. Notice in the next line, Munachish. Munachish is a D participle masculine singular from nachashu, to give health or to grant health or to make prosper. So the one who granted health or who made to prosper, Uru Urim. Uru Urim, Uru means the city. Urim would be the city of Ur. So he's saying, I've made prosperous the city of Ur. And then he goes on, the pious or obedient, wash room, the humble or obedient, and then mushtemiku, which would be, I'm going to render it, the devout suppliant. This is an ST, a sheen T, participle from emeku, to pray devoutly. So the one who prays devoutly, or the suppliant one. And then we move to the next line. Babil Hegalim, who, the one who brings. Babil is, in my understanding, from wabalu, to bring, the one who brings, and the W has dropped out, and we have Babil, a G participle in construct, in my understanding, masculine singular, from Wabalu. So the one who brings Hegalim, abundance. This is from the, actually the Sumerian is capital HE followed by GAL, meaning great. So like great abundance. So the one who brings abundance to Egish Nugal, the one who brings abundance to Egish Nugal. And then he is the wise king, king of sagacity, Shar Tashimtim, king of sagacity, or king of discernment, and then obedient, Shemu, the one who is obedient, or the obedient of Shamish. Shamish Danu, the obedient of mighty Shamish. In other words, he is saying, I'm the obedient servant of the sun god, Shamish, mighty Shamish. Danum is an adjective going with Shamish. I was thinking Shemu, the obedient, the adjective here going with Shar, the king of, we could say the obedient king of wisdom or sagacity, who to mighty Shamish. I was just thinking Shemu of the Hebrew Shema, to hear, the one who hears. And I'm not sure if we could see a relationship there, but the adjective here, the one that's able to hear and discern and be obedient to Shamish. I think I'll stop there. I'm just gradually working through this section, and I welcome any suggestions. I am having fun with this. It's something that I haven't done for a number of years. I'm retired, and I'm doing it to keep my mind occupied and busy, trying to, keep alive what I learned a number of years ago. Thank you for listening. I hope this is of some help.